Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving into a fascinating chapter of American coinage history, the United States Washington $quarter coin from 1965. At first glance, this might seem like just another quarter from the mid-60s, but if you listen closely and pay attention, you'll discover that this coin holds incredible significance and rarity that many collectors are eager to get their hands on. The 1965 Washington quarter marks a pivotal moment in U.S. minting history, and its unique characteristics make it a highly sought-after piece for anyone passionate about coins. Get ready, because this story is packed with surprises and insights that every coin lover will appreciate. The 1965 Washington quarter is special for many reasons, one of which is the fact that it was the very first year the U.S. Mint produced quarters without any silver content. This coin is composed of a copper-nickel clad, marking a major shift from previous silver quarters. This change was part of a nationwide effort to conserve precious metals during a time of economic adjustment. However, it's not just the metal composition that makes this coin remarkable. It's the subtle but important errors and varieties from this year that can dramatically increase its value. Collectors worldwide have recognized the 1965 quarter as a rare gem, especially when these unique features are present. One of the standout features collectors look for on the 1965 Washington quarter is the famous double die obverse error. This error occurs when the coin's design is struck twice with a slight misalignment, causing a doubling effect on the lettering and the date. Identifying this double die can be a bit tricky without a magnifying glass, but once spotted, it's an instant game changer. The double date and the sharp doubling on the word Liberty are telltale signs of this error. Coins exhibiting this feature are rare because most were struck correctly, making the double die versions highly coveted by numismatists and investors alike. Another incredible rarity to watch for is the off-center strike error on 1965 quarters. These errors happen when the coin blank doesn't align properly in the press, resulting in an incomplete design with part of the quarter missing or shifted. The severity of the off-center strike varies, but the more dramatic the error, the higher the value. Off-center strikes not only make each coin unique, but also create striking visuals that collectors can't resist. The 1965 Washington quarter, with its off-center varieties, offers a chance to own something truly one of a kind, turning a simple coin into a rare treasure. Adding to its appeal are the die cracks and cuts, small imperfections caused by stress and wear on the minting dies. These subtle anomalies show up as raised lines or blobs on the coin and give each piece a distinct identity. Many collectors treasure these imperfections because they serve as a fingerprint of the coin's production, telling a story that goes beyond its face value. Coins with such features from the 1965 minting process are particularly prized for their uniqueness and scarcity in top-grade conditions. When it comes to assessing the value of the 1965 Washington quarter, the coin's condition is paramount. Coins that are uncirculated or in near-mint condition with strong details and minimal wear naturally command premium prices. Professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC play a crucial role here by certifying the authenticity and quality of these coins, which greatly influences their market worth. A beautifully preserved 1965 quarter with a documented error or unique characteristic can bring serious attention from collectors eager to add a valuable and historic piece to their collection. Recent auctions have showcased the skyrocketing demand for these coins. Examples with verified double die errors or dramatic off-center strikes have sold for impressive sums, underscoring their importance in the numismatic market. Collectors and investors are competing fiercely to acquire these rare 1965 quarters, driving prices up and creating a dynamic marketplace. This heightened demand reflects the coin's blend of historical significance and rarity, making it an irresistible find for anyone passionate about U.S. coins. Imagine the excitement of discovering a 1965 Washington quarter with one of these extraordinary errors in your own coin stash or change jar. The thrill of spotting something so rare and valuable is exactly what keeps collectors motivated and engaged in their hobby. Every coin has a story, And the 1965 quarter story is one of transformation, rarity, and incredible potential value. If you've ever found something unusual or think you might own one of these rare coins, be sure to share your experience in the comments. We love hearing your stories and helping you understand the treasure you might hold. Now, let's talk about the value. The moment you've been waiting for. A 1965 Washington quarter with these rare errors and in pristine condition can be worth an astonishing 145,000 US dollars. Yes, that's right, this humble quarter, minted during a transitional era, can hold a value that seems almost unbelievable for such a small piece of metal. Second rare coin. We're turning our spotlight onto a fascinating and highly sought-after piece, the United States Washington quarter dollar coin from 1972. At first glance, this coin might seem like an everyday quarter, but hold on tight because this particular year and mint mark hide some incredible rarities and errors that make it a treasure in the eyes of collectors worldwide. If you've ever been curious about what makes certain coins stand out and skyrocket in value, you're in for a treat. Stay tuned and listen carefully, because this 1972 Washington quarter has a story and value that might surprise you. The 1972 Washington quarter was minted during a time when the U.S. Mint was producing billions of quarters for everyday circulation, but despite the vast numbers, some coins from this year have become legendary due to their rare errors and unique minting quirks. One of the most eye-catching features that collectors hunt for in this series is the presence of double-die obverse errors, where the design elements on the front of the coin, especially the date and lettering, appear doubled. This doubling effect is not just a minor flaw but a bold, striking feature that sets these quarters apart from millions of others, instantly making them collectible masterpieces. Identifying these errors requires a keen eye and a good magnifying glass. Look closely at the date 1972 and the word Liberty on the obverse side of the coin. If you notice a distinct doubling or shadowing effect on the numbers or letters, congratulations, you might have discovered one of the rare double-die varieties that are highly prized in the numismatic community. These coins were produced due to a misalignment in the minting process, and such mistakes were quickly corrected, which means finding them today is an exciting challenge and a rewarding experience for collectors. Beyond the double-die errors, there are also several die cracks and doubling variations that add to the 1972 quarter's allure. These tiny imperfections, caused by wear and stress on the mint's dies, appear as raised lines or subtle doubling in unusual spots on the coin. Although they may seem like small flaws to the untrained eye, these features are goldmines for collectors who understand their significance. Each die crack and error tells a unique story of the coin's creation and makes every specimen distinct, which increases their desirability and value in the marketplace. Another factor boosting the 1972 quarter's reputation is its mint mark. Quarters minted in Denver carry a D mint mark, and some of these have shown fascinating varieties such as doubled mint marks or slight off-center strikes that only heighten their rarity and demand. Off-center strikes are especially captivating because they create dramatic visuals where part of the design is missing or shifted, turning the coin into a miniature work of art. These varieties are not just collectible, they're conversation starters, highly prized in collections and auctions around the world. Condition plays a huge role in determining the value of any coin, and the 1972 Washington quarter is no exception. Collectors and investors alike seek out coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, where the details are sharp, the surfaces gleam, and there's no sign of wear. When such quality coins also showcase the rare errors and varieties we've discussed, their value skyrockets. Professional grading from trusted services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate these coins, providing confidence to buyers and driving prices higher in the competitive collector market. In recent years, we've seen some incredible auction results for the 1972 Washington quarter with rare errors. These sales have confirmed the coin's place as a highly desirable collectible, with prices soaring as enthusiasts and investors compete to secure one of these exceptional pieces. The blend of historical significance, rarity, and eye-catching minting anomalies makes this coin a standout in any collection. and a potential showpiece for those who appreciate the rich stories behind American currency. If you've ever dug through your coin jar or inherited a collection and stumbled upon a 1972 Washington quarter, I urge you to take a closer look. You never know, what might seem like a common coin could actually be a rare treasure waiting to be discovered. Feel free to drop a comment below if you've found similar coins or have questions about identifying errors or assessing their value. I'd love to hear your stories and help you uncover the secrets behind your collection. Now for the exciting part. How much is this rare and remarkable coin worth? A 1972 Washington quarter, especially one with prominent errors like the double die obverse or off-center strikes and in superb condition, can fetch an incredible $99,000. This staggering figure highlights just how much passion and demand there is for these unique pieces of history. Third expensive coin, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the United States Washington quarter-dollar coin from 1988, minted in Denver. Now, you might think a quarter from 1988 is just another everyday coin, but listen closely because this coin has some incredible hidden qualities that make it one of the most sought-after pieces for collectors today. If you're passionate about rare coins and want to learn what sets this particular quarter apart, then stay tuned because this video is packed with details that every collector should know. The 1988 Denver Washington quarter may seem common at first glance, but it actually holds a special place in the collecting world due to its striking rarity and some eye-catching minting errors. One of the most talked about features collectors look for in this coin is the presence of what's known as the double die error on the obverse side. This type of doubling isn't just a slight shadow effect, it's a bold, clear doubling of the lettering and numbers, particularly around the date and the word Liberty. Such doubling occurs when the coin's die shifts slightly during the minting process, making these errors highly desirable because they are limited and very distinct. If you want to spot these valuable double die errors, you'll need a magnifying glass and a sharp eye. Examine the date 1988 and the inscriptions carefully. If you notice a crisp doubling on the numbers or letters, you've likely found a variant that can significantly boost the coin's worth. These coins stand out in collections and auctions because they are far less common than the standard mint releases, and collectors are always eager to add such rarities to their holdings. But the magic of the 1988 Denver quarter doesn't stop there. There are also some unique die cracks and variations that add even more value to this coin. Die cracks appear as tiny raised lines or irregularities on the coin's surface caused by the wear and tear of the minting dies. While these might seem like imperfections to collectors, they are badges of authenticity and uniqueness. Each crack and variation tells a story of the minting process and makes every error coin a one-of-a-kind treasure. Coins showcasing these fascinating details are in high demand and can command premium prices in the market. Another remarkable feature that collectors admire in the 1988 Denver quarter is the possibility of off-center strikes. When a coin is struck off-center, part of the design is missing or shifted, creating an unusual and visually captivating effect. These errors are not only rare but also make the coin a striking conversation piece in any collection. Because such errors are unpredictable and difficult to find, they consistently attract collectors who want to own something extraordinary and different from typical circulating coins. The condition of the coin is crucial when it comes to value, and the 1988 Denver quarter shines brightest when it is in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins that retain their original luster, sharp details, and free of wear command the highest prices. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC have authenticated and graded many of these quarters, further solidifying their status as valuable collectibles. When a coin combines rare mint errors with top-notch condition, it becomes a powerhouse in the coin collecting world. Recent auction sales have shown just how hot this coin has become among collectors and investors. In fact, exceptional specimens of the 1988 Denver Washington quarter with noticeable double die errors, die cracks, or off-center strikes have sold for impressive sums, confirming its position as a highly desirable coin. This level of demand reflects not only its rarity, but also the growing enthusiasm in the numismatic community for modern coin errors that offer a glimpse into the minting process. If you happen to have a 1988 Denver Washington quarter in your collection or stumble upon one in your change, Don't overlook it. Take a closer look under magnification to see if it has any of these incredible error features. Who knows, you might just be holding a coin that could become the crown jewel of your collection. And if you have questions or stories about finding rare quarters or want to share your experiences, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from fellow collectors and help you explore your treasures. Now, the moment you've been waiting for, the value. An exceptional 1988 Denver, Washington $quarter coin with significant mint errors in excellent condition can be worth a jaw-dropping $81,000. That's right, this seemingly ordinary quarter has the potential to be worth an extraordinary amount, making it a must-watch for anyone passionate about coin collecting. Especially, we're turning the spotlight onto a seemingly ordinary piece of American currency that holds an extraordinary secret: the United States Washington $quarter coin from 1995, minted in Philadelphia. At first glance, this quarter might look just like any other in your pocket, but believe me, if you listen closely, you'll discover why this particular coin has become a shining star in the world of collectors. So, if you love coins and enjoy uncovering rare gems, stay with me because this video is packed with fascinating details about the 1995 Philadelphia Washington quarter that you won't want to miss. What makes the 1995 Philadelphia Washington quarter so special and highly sought after? It all starts with the rarity of certain minting errors that appeared on this coin. One of the standout features that collectors chase is the presence of the elusive double die error on the obverse, the front side of the coin. This error causes the lettering and numbers, especially around the date and the word Liberty, to appear doubled or shadowed, giving the coin an eye-catching depth that is impossible to miss once you know what to look for. Such errors happen due to a slight misalignment during the striking process of the mint, creating a rare variety that's always in demand. If you want to spot these valuable double die errors, the best way is to use a magnifying glass or even a jeweler's loupe. Carefully inspect the date 1995 and the inscriptions near the rim of the coin. If you notice a clear doubling effect that looks like a second, slightly offset image of the letters or numbers, congratulations! You might be holding a version of this coin that collectors worldwide are scrambling to find. This error alone boosts the coin's desirability and, of course, its market value significantly, but the story doesn't end with just the double die. Some 1995 Philadelphia quarters also display another intriguing feature: die cracks and die clashes. These subtle raised lines or indentations occur when the dies used for striking the coin develop tiny fractures or collide during the minting process. To most people, these would seem like imperfections, but for collectors, these unique markings make each coin one of a kind, and that uniqueness is exactly what drives up its value. Coins exhibiting these characteristics have a distinct charm and tell the story of their own journey through the mint. Another fascinating aspect that coin lovers appreciate about the 1995 Philadelphia Washington quarter is the occurrence of off-center strikes. Imagine holding a quarter where part of the design is noticeably shifted, creating an incomplete or misaligned image. These off-center errors are rare and prized because no two are exactly alike. They're a perfect blend of artistic anomaly and minting mistake that transforms a common quarter into an extraordinary collectible. Off-center struck coins attract collectors looking for something visually striking and truly unique. Condition is king in the coin collecting world, and the 1995 Philadelphia quarter shines brightest when it's in uncirculated or near-perfect condition. Coins that retain their original mint luster, free of scratches and wear, fetch the highest prices. Grading by professional services such as PCGS or NGC helps validate the coin's authenticity and quality, reassuring buyers that they're investing in something special. When a coin combines rarity, striking errors, and impeccable condition, it becomes a prized possession and a centerpiece in any collection. The demand for this coin is very real, and recent auction results prove just how valuable it has become. Exceptional examples of the 1995 Philadelphia Washington quarter with clear double die errors, die cracks, or off-center strikes have fetched impressive amounts at auction houses, showing just how hungry collectors are for these rare varieties. This rising demand underlines the importance of keeping an eye on your own collections, because you never know when you might stumble upon a coin worth far more than its face value. If you happen to own a 1995 Philadelphia Washington quarter or come across one in your change, don't just pass it by. Take a moment to examine it carefully with a magnifier to check for any of these exciting error features. If you find one, you could be holding a coin that's highly prized and sought after by collectors all over the world. And if you've ever found a coin like this or have questions about identifying valuable errors in your own collection, drop a comment below. I'm always eager to hear your stories and help you uncover the hidden treasures in your collection. Now, here comes the exciting part, the value. An outstanding 1995 Philadelphia Washington quarter dollar coin, especially one exhibiting those rare and collectible errors, can command an astonishing price of 54,000 US dollars. That's right, a coin you might casually overlook could be worth a small fortune, making it an absolute must-have for serious collectors and investors alike. Last unique coin, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the United States Washington quarter dollar coin from 1980, minted in Philadelphia. At first glance, it might seem like just another quarter, but trust me, this coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and investors around the world. If you're someone who appreciates the thrill of uncovering hidden treasures in everyday change, then listen closely because what I'm about to share could change the way you look at this 1980 quarter forever. The 1980 Philadelphia Washington quarter is not only a piece of American currency, but also a collectible with unique features that make it incredibly sought after. One of the main reasons this coin has soared in popularity is due to a series of rare minting errors and varieties that appeared during its production. Among the most prized is the famous double die obverse error. This fascinating mistake caused the inscriptions on the front side, such as the date and the word Liberty, to have a distinct shadow or doubling effect, which is clearly visible to the naked eye if you know where to look. This doubling adds a striking depth and character to the coin, transforming it from common pocket change into a collector's gem if you want to identify this double die error. The best approach is to examine the coin closely with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Focus your attention on the date 1980 and the word Liberty near the rim. The doubled images will appear as though someone stamped the coin twice with a slight misalignment, creating a mirrored or shadowed impression that is unmistakable once spotted. Collectors who can find these particular coins are in for a treat because this kind of minting anomaly greatly enhances the coin's desirability and value. In addition to the double die, the 1980 Philadelphia quarter is known for another intriguing mint error: die cracks and die clashes. These occur when the die is used to strike the coins develop cracks or collide during the minting process, leaving raised lines or odd marks on the coin's surface. While these might seem like flaws to some, for dedicated collectors, they tell a unique story of the coin's journey from the mint to your hands. Each crack or clash is like a fingerprint, making every coin with these features a one-of-a-kind piece that collectors crave for their rarity and character. Another fascinating variety that collectors keep an eye out for is the off-center strike. Imagine holding a coin where the design is noticeably shifted, causing part of the image to be missing or misaligned. These off-center strikes are among the most visually captivating errors, as no two are ever the same. The 1980 Washington quarter Philadelphia mint produced a limited number of these errors, making them highly collectible and valuable to anyone who appreciates coins with distinct visual appeal. Condition plays a vital role in determining the value of any coin, and the 1980 Philadelphia quarter is no exception. Coins that have been preserved in uncirculated or mint condition, retaining their original luster without scratches or signs of wear, command the highest prices in the market. Professional grading from respected services such as PCGS or NGC can provide certification that boosts a coin's credibility and assures buyers of its quality, making it even more desirable to collectors and investors worldwide. The demand for these unique 1980 Philadelphia quarters is very strong, and recent auction sales speak volumes about their value. Coins featuring the rare double die error, die cracks, or off-center strikes have fetched remarkable prices at major auction houses, proving that collectors are eager to pay top dollar for these scarce varieties. This level of interest highlights just how valuable and sought after this coin has become in the collecting community. If you happen to find a 1980 Philadelphia Washington quarter in your collection or stumble upon one in circulation, It's worth taking a closer look to see if it has any of these special error features. With the right eye and a magnifier, you might be holding a piece that could elevate your collection to the next level. And if you have found a coin like this, or have any questions about spotting rare errors, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I love hearing from fellow collectors and helping you discover the hidden gems in your own stash. Now for the exciting reveal. An exceptional 1980 Philadelphia Washington $quarter coin with those rare minting errors and pristine condition can command an impressive price of 70,000 US dollars. That's right, this coin that many overlook could be worth a small fortune, making it a must-watch treasure for any serious collector or investor. Thank you so much for tuning in and exploring the fascinating world of the 1980 Philadelphia Washington quarter with me. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on incredible coin discoveries and valuable insights. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, sometimes the most ordinary coins hide the most extraordinary stories.